It's about, people in Africa who convert. Now, your critics say that the expansion in Africa is attracted to Africans because of promises, your community promises them education, healthcare, pretty wives, asylum, and so on. That they're groomed, in other words. What's your response to that?
Right. My first response would be that critics can say whatever they like. And like I said, it's always good to talk where you can based on evidence. Are they attracted towards education? Well, yes, they must be. Why not? Because that is something that is very Islamic that we have to offer. Healthcare, which falls under humanitarian services, if that attracts someone to Islam, so be it. Why not? Because it's one of a very, very, very Islamic things in essence that can be done.
No, of course, these are basic human rights. I think the critics are coming from the viewpoint, from the stance, Asif, that they're not really that bothered with the religion. They're not really that bothered about Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, that they're taken in by these attractive offers of, education, healthcare, pretty wives, asylum, a better life, basically.
So going back to the early days of Islam, when the Prophet of Islam, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, when he invited people towards Islam, with the very basic teachings, because you see, it took 23 years for the Quran to be revealed.
Yes.
And it took 23 years, bit by bit, for the teachings to be communicated to the people who were joining. They started off with a very basic notion. They accepted it with a very basic notion. Even when the Quran was revealed, even when Islam was spreading, the Quran was revealed, the Prophet had passed away, the Quran was full and final, and now the Quran or the Islamic teachings were being taken to other parts, to non-Muslim parts, and being preached. People were accepting Islam sometimes only based on the model of the ruler, on the practical example presented by Muslims, and not necessarily by saying, I need to read the whole of the Quran to know what Islam is all about. So there's always something that attracts you to something, and then you find out more. It starts from interpersonal, communication.
Yeah, no, I accept that. I accept that. There's a seed is sown, and
of course.
Yeah. So you completely dismiss those type of criticisms from your critics?
I mean, yes, I would. I wouldn't hesitate in doing that. Yes.
Or a pretty wife.
That I can dismiss outright. That I can dismiss.
You can?
I can dismiss outright.
Okay.
Nobody offers a pretty wife. No Ahmadiyya missionary. And I'm not only talking about trained missionaries, I'm talking about anyone who...
I'm glad that you said that, because there was emphasis placed on those last 2 points.
Right.
And wives and asylum.
I would place equal, if not more, emphasis in saying that I'm not only talking about trained missionaries. Anyone who invites anyone to the Ahmadiyya faith, be it a missionary or an ordinary Ahmadi like me, they do not offer anything like that in return. So that is outright rejection from me on record.
Good. No, that's good. That's good. That's why I asked you the question.